When you hear someone comparing pre-Second World War Germany to nowadays, you need to keep one thing in mind. Historical parallels are warnings from history. They are calls to actions. They are metaphors. It's not predestination, because you're comparing two completely different contexts when it comes to the people involved, when it comes to the information available, the technology available, the geography. It's these contextual factors that make history unique, the outcomes variable. You know who likes the historical parallel with 1930s Germany? Fascists. Because it makes them feel like they have a predetermined destiny. So while we should be informed by what happened in 1930s Germany, even for our own protection, we need to understand that the context is very different. And let me give you a living example of how different the context is. And that example is Lincoln Heights, Ohio. This is a suburb of the city of Cincinnati. But Lincoln Heights has a really fascinating history, and bear with me on this. It was a place in which black communities settled in the 1920s because it was the only place that they could actually build housing because of weaponization of urban design against black communities through zoning and redlining. A good number of residents there were the internal refugees from the Red Summer of 1919, when white racist mobs rampaged through the United States, carrying out lynchings and waves of attack that destroyed both black lives and black property. And why am I speaking to you about Lincoln Heights? It's because this year a group of neo-Nazis decided to march in Lincoln Heights. Because they knew its history. Because they knew that it was a place that had a majority black population. The black residents decided to go to the police. The police said that they could do nothing about this. You know what the black citizens of Lincoln Heights did? They formed a militia to patrol the neighborhood. Well armed. With black men and women who are ex-military. And that stated, not only to the police, but to the mayor, if they didn't do anything, they would do it. All of a sudden, the local sheriff office became concerned, promised to investigate the white supremacists. The mayor of the city all of a sudden wants to de-escalate. This community will make sure that history doesn't repeat itself. I've said it once and I'll say it again. One of the problems that the white supremacists have at this moment is that they believe in their own propaganda. They believe that they are racially superior. They believe that the people that they are against are weak and incapable of violence. And that is what makes the moment through which we are living so dangerous. It just takes one stupid person making one stupid mistake for the powder keg to explode. So when you think about historical parallels, think of Lincoln Heights. So don't be fearful of a predetermined conclusion. Just be aware that the consequences of their stupidity may affect us all.